As we settle into spring, it is a good time to get some home projects done and not just spring cleaning. We're taking a look at how to save on energy costs. And joining me today is Brendan Fogarty, the owner of Dr. Energy Saver and Fogarty Home Services, to talk about the ways to make your home more comfortable and more energy efficient. And thanks for joining us today, Brendan. We appreciate it.
Good morning. How are you today?
Doing well.
Welcome back.
What does air sealing and insulation mean, and why do you have to remove all of the old insulation first?
Couple great questions. So the most important thing is air sealing stops all the convective air that leaves. In last segment, we were talking about how air moves through a house. Removing the insulation is super important because we have to be able to identify all the penetrations in the attic space. So we can't just move it out of the way and air seal. We have to remove it completely so we can see all of the can lights and the chimneys and all of the top of the walls, the wire penetrations, the plumbing penetrations, in order for us to really identify where the convective air, the warm air that you're paying for, leaves the house.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So now that the attic is clean, what are the treatments required for air sealing?
So air sealing there's a tremendous amount. So we talked briefly about that already. We talked about air sealing the tops of all the walls, air sealing all the penetrations, the wire penetrations, plumbing penetrations, HVAC penetrations, bath vent penetrations, and of course the visible leaks, the big scuttle hole or the access to the attic. That's a huge area where we're losing out of energy. So it's a very detailed orientation of doing that, yes.
That makes sense. And so after all of these treatments, how does that help me as a homeowner?
Well, as a homeowner, let's talk about the ductwork in the attic. A lot of houses have ductwork in your attic. So in the summertime, now we're getting to summer, we have all of that ductwork that's sitting in that hostile environment, that hot attic. The sun radiates the heat and cooks the roof and cooks the attic. So you have the ductwork that's in there. So think about, you want your bedroom 70 degrees. And if our air conditioning system is pumping out at 55 degrees in the attic space, by the time it gets all the way down to your room, the desired 70-degree temperature, it's not performing to its best expectations. That's because it's not air sealed and it's not protected by the radiant heat. So as a homeowner, to save you money, you have to really look at that air conditioning system in the attic and then air sealing. And the most important thing and the final piece of it is to blow your attic to a proper level of, we live in New England, right? So it's a tough little segment in here, but it's really important to understand we live in New England. This is the blue. So we have to be up to R60 of our value of insulation, right? And then, so, this is a really great identifier. We use cellulose, blown in cellulose with borate treated in it. We use some other treatments. We use spray foams and rigid foam boards, but it's really important that the capping of the insulation really protects the environment of that hostile environment of the attic space. Make sense?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Okay. And so if people are interested, where can they find more information to reach you?
Oh, so you can obviously get us at fogartyshomeservices.com or you could call us at 860-219-0499 or in all of your local social media chats out there in the world.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Brendan, thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it, and awesome services you guys offer. So thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.